you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
This program is furnished by amp2tv.square.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Amp2.tv presents Tell Us Your Business, where you're invited on the air to tell us what makes your business stand out in the community. It's important we hear from you to tell us all we need to know about what you do best. Tell Us Your Business uses the latest radio and television production systems, and all shows can be seen on amp2.tv. If you have a question for our guest, call 888-565-1470. Now, let's get ready as our guest hits the airwaves and informs us about what we need to know on Tell Us Your Business.
And welcome. I'm going to tell you, it ain't easy doing all this at one time.
I'm watching you.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've been trying to do
Ever see the
by
movie?
myself.
Ever see the movie with Meet the Fockers? He goes, "I'm watching you."
No, I don't remember seeing that.
I get to
Thank you
watch
for
it.
playing anyway.
There we go. Extra large. I feel like Alice in Wonderland.
I hit the
Extra
wrong,
large size.
I hit the wrong button. What can I tell you?
Happy Monday to you.
We haven't done a Monday night deal
gosh.
in a long time,
A
right?
very long time. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to Tell Us Your Biz. After Hours, Brooklyn Cafe style. A little bit of a lot of pieces going on. We got Tell Us Your Biz. We got After Hours at the Cafe. We've got a great guest joining us today from Saturday Morning Shop, all the way from the other side of Florida. And our executive producers joining us as well. We've got Renee Edwards and Gio joining us.
That's right, Gio. So stop moving around because I'm about to bring you over. I just wanted to set this up because we've been talking all day about this event happening on
We've
Saturday.
been talking for about a month about this event. And I got to tell them, everyone who you talk to says, I want in.
I got him.
Everyone, I want in.
I got you playing with your camera.
He's
Falling
like,
over. I'm trying to fix it.
And that's what you
He's
get for buying a
shaking
big,
his
heavy
head.
camera.
It's not.
Renee, how are you? Forget about Gio. Renee, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
It is great to see you, Renee. You're looking fantastic, well rested. Gio, you look younger every day. How do you do that?
I'm young.
Young and
He's
happy.
aging by the second. Aging by the second, I tell you.
Renee,
Rapidly.
tell us what's going on with Saturday morning.
What's going on with the Saturday morning shop now is we're going to do a 1,000 backpack giveaway
Wow.
with Chief Holloway of the St. Pete Police Department on Saturday.
1,000 backpacks? Is that all getting donated?
All getting donated, and they're going to be loaded, not just an empty backpack. They're going to be loaded. I partnered with 4 or 5 other organizations in the city, as well as the police department, to give back to the community.
I honestly can't believe that school is going back. Somehow I must have missed from back to school's back. Because at least here on this side of Florida, I think it starts next week, which means the teachers have started this week. I don't even know where summer went, but they're back. The kids are back to school. When does Tampa go back in St. Pete area?
August the 11th.
So they're back next week also. Isn't that unbelievable?
It looks like it,
It
just
is,
started.
it
It
is.
looks like it just started.
I'm telling you, I feel like it just ended. The kids are going back. There's all kinds of stuff going on. What's in the backpacks and how do the kids eligible to get them? Just by coming out?
The kids have to come out. The parents must bring the kid. I can't have you say, "Hi, I got 10 kids. I left them all home."
I left the
You
kids
have
out.
to
All 10 of them.
kid. Yeah, we're going to have 3-wing binders packed with notebook paper, pencils, protractors. When the last time you heard of a protractor? Okay.
And a compass, right? I know.
Exactly. So all of that type of stuff will be in the backpacks for the kids. We're going to have a dunk tank. We're going to have free hot dogs, popcorn. I mean, you name it, we got it.
But this is more than a kids fair. This is really for adults also. This is a vendor shopping event that bring the kids for all the fun for the children. So
It's
let's get into
family
the
fun event.
business side of what you've got going on.
Well, we're going to have over 100 vendors out there as well that day. So what I've done is I've composed the entire area that the Rays gives me for my market into a family festival. From bounce houses to, we're going to have a couple of famous people doing public speaking. I mean, you name it, we got it. As well as the vendors doing sales and promotions for everyone. I mean, you name it, we're going to have it on Saturday.
And the amazing thing is this gets bigger and bigger. Gio, how many are coming this weekend?
Too many.
We got a lot.
How many do you anticipate?
We're anticipating between 3,000 to 5,000 people coming out.
All right, so I have to ask, I have to address the elephant in the room. Florida, 3,000 to 5,000 people, and our COVID numbers are, so they say, higher than anybody's. What protocols are you going to be taking?
We're going to have all of the vendors spaced out at least 2 to 3 feet apart from each other. And I am recommending, I cannot enforce, but I am recommending everyone wear masks.
Okay.
Needless to say, it'll probably be 100 degrees on Saturday, but we got to be precautious.
You have to take precautions. You at least have to do your due diligence as business owners to recommend what you feel
Yes.
is the best thing to do for families and everything.
Definitely.
What types of businesses are you spotlighting?
What we have are a couple new people that I like. We have a lady who makes her homemade butters coming from Chicago,
Sorry
just
about
to St. Pete. We also have a couple boutiques and vendors. I mean, you name it, we have it. We have hot dog vendors. We have barbecue guys. I mean, you name it, we got it.
And what does it cost for people to come to the event?
It's a free event. General admission is free, as well as free parking.
Free parking, free event, free fun for the kids, backpacks to take home, 3,000 to 5,000 people.
Food are coming. Yes.
Wow. Wow, it sounds like an amazing event. The heat, yeah, I'm sure there'll be water out there. You need the Piragua man, Freddie.
This is going to go on rain or shine, correct?
Every event I do is rain or shine. Yes, sir.
Okay. And it's exciting because we've been talking about bringing this event over to this side,
Yeah.
but I want people to understand the impact. And Gio put a little spinner in there that we're playing. And I've never used that particular window that we're using to show the deal. Now, you've done how many of these, Renee?
April 3rd was my first one. And it's every first Saturday. So I don't have a lot of events under my belt. However, it has taken over like a wildfire.
And the vendors that I'm looking at the spinner, the video you all put together, everyone brings their own tent, their own setup, their own table. They bring everything. They're self-contained vendors.
Yes, and the reason for that is so I can keep the vendor prices low and affordable.
Now, one of the things that we are trying to do here on this side of Florida is we're trying to get businesses to network. And this particular venue that you have going on here, besides food, fun, backpacks, and everything else, it also allows other vendors to network together, to give them an opportunity
Yes.
to show what they can do to help one another, because that's been very successful on the Brooklyn Cafe on our side of the equation,
Right.
on this side, but not at this size. I mean, these are tremendous amount of businesses all under one roof.
Because there's
You better
nothing
know.
still like networking face to face. The Zoom
And that's the
networking is
thing.
okay, but face to face is
You
always
gotta be
face to face.
Yes, especially if someone has a product involved. You have to be face to face.
That's true.
And we've got vendors of all ages. I mean, you saw in that video the barbecue joint. It's the best barbecue I've ever had in my life. But there's a 13-year-old man who is selling his own spices. There's all sorts of, and we give the younger vendors a little discount, but it is very inclusive. It is very diverse, not just in race, but in age group. Some of these people would have never been given the chance to grow if not for the Saturday morning shop.
And let's tell everyone where this is. What parking lot? Where are you hosting this?
On Saturday, we'll be in lot 4 and lot 3. All parking is in lot 1.
At Tropicana Field. So
Tropicana
you
Field.
can't miss where this is located.
It's on the corner of First Avenue and 16th Street South.
And a free backpack. I mean, they've got everything. And everyone you talk to, Freddie, they say, when are we bringing it over here? When are we bringing it over
Now,
here?
do you charge for parking?
No.
No, parking's free.
So the parking's free, and you
The
have
parking's
people,
free and it's free admission.
and it's free admission. So it's open to the general public and everything else. Everything's free.
Yes.
You got small pricing for the people to be vendors as well, and then
Yes.
you have the power of doing it at Tropicana Field. It's not like you're going to a flea market over in, for example, here in Fort
South
Lauderdale.
Florida, uh-huh.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
It's not that kind
And
of deal.
it's very structured. We have a very structured market. It's easily for you to walk through the market. I mean, we have the police block off the actual lot where we are, so you don't have to worry about being hit, trampled over, anything.
Now, the other thing is, if you have a business, like our business gets to travel interstate, you can carry media, everything that we do in any state. And there are businesses that have things that will work on the internet as well as face to face. So they can follow you wherever you go, because I heard a little rumor that you may have another stadium signing very, very soon if you haven't done it already.
It's on the way. It's on the way.
You want
Yes,
to
it's
you want to
coming.
let that one out of the bag?
I can as soon as I sign.
Man,
It's coming.
man.
You know what, Mr. Freddie, don't you start. You already have some stuff in the works for me.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I got something on this side, and I'm going to put a tape so you can see just how enormous this side of what we're going to do to welcome you on this. I got more than one. I actually have two on this side. But I'm going to start with Chevly first, because that one was confirmed and ready to rock and roll. We're going to play that tape as well. But before we do that,
Okay.
why don't we take a real quick commercial break
Okay.
so that I can realign what we're
Okay.
doing here.
All right, tune in more
Okay.
for Saturday Morning Shop. You can check it out on Facebook. You can check it out on the internet. Saturday Morning Shop, SHOPPE.com. The event is this Saturday over at Tropicana Field on the west coast of Florida, but you definitely, it's a free family fun event. Great vendors, great food, great backpack giveaways for the kids. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
When your property suffers from water, mold, fire, or biohazard, you need a professional remediation company that is fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Rescue Clean 911 offer 24/7 emergency service with 1-hour response times now in your area. Water, mold, fire, biohazard. Call now 1-833-253-2699.
Handling the hard jobs with a soft touch.
Looking for a cool, laid-back space with great people and even better drinks? You can't lose. The Artful Dodger, Boca Raton's hidden gem. A good, old-fashioned local bar is hard to come by, but not anymore. The Artful Dodger is a fun, casual place to sit back and relax. Located at 495 Northeast 20th Street in Boca Raton, you'll find your new favorite bar. The Artful Dodger. We'll see you there.
You are listening to Tell Us Your Business, where our invited guests share all the knowledge of their business and how important it is what they do in our community. If you want to be part of the conversation, call into the show at 888-565-1470 and tell us what's on your mind. Now, back to Tell Us Your Business.
And we're back. Happy Monday evening, everyone. Welcome back to WWNN 95.3 FM, 96.9 FM, 1470 AM. We are live. Brooklyn Cafe show after hours. Tell Us Your Biz, kind of all rolled up in one. You, Freddie, and our executive producer. We've got Gio joining us and our good friend Renee Edwards, all the way over from the west coast of Florida.
She's laughing at me because I have her opening, because I'm trying to do 27 things at one time over here.
He says, we're going to open on you. Of course you are. He's got a phone in his lap, a mic on the table, moving videos and sliding.
It ain't funny.
I got to tell you, we're going old school here, but it's great. It's always nice to go old school and meet some new friends.
It is.
That's right.
Now, you have been wowing us with some of the great stuff that you got going on over there. And it's an amazing, thank you. It's an amazing accomplishment what you're doing. It's not only an amazing accomplishment, it's contagious. And one of the things that I love about what you're doing is when I talk to one of our friends on this side, you're going to meet Mr. Shebley on this side. He has a 35-acre winery.
Let's talk. It's called Schnebley's Winery. They also are the Miami Brewing Company, and they're located in Homestead, and they make wine from fruit. Now, I know everyone laughs because wine is made from grapes. This wine is not made from grapes. They started out as produce wholesalers, and they took, at the time, all the excess fruit that they had and turned it into wine. Why not? So now they do kiwi wine, they do acai wine, they do mango wine, they do all kinds of different blends, and a Miami Brewing Company, and they've got tremendous events. They have, how big is the screen? 65 feet?
65
I
feet.
think. And they set this up for precautions and concerts and movie screenings down at Homestead. And Renee, they said they cannot wait. Come on down.
It's an amazing.
Are you serious?
100%. Yep.
It's amazing what they do. It's amazing how they do it. Now, what he is doing, and it's funny because I lost me. It's amazing because this is really strange. We had put together something with him in the past to go to see him, and he was really far away. So we had to wait until the time was correct, right?
We had to wait till people got vaccinated and we could put everyone on a bus. It's about an hour south of where we are. So we wanted to do transportation. So we had to wait till our crew to get vaccinated and things to open up a little bit. But he comes to us. He's a family. He's a relative of our good friend Jay Harmon and his wife Barbara, the colored pencil artist. So all of the lovely pencil art you see here at NN and down at our cafe studio, created by Jay Harmon. So this is really, it's a fun family. And he's been up to the studio. And how many wines did you get to try, Freddie? I think we went from the lightest
3 or 4, no?
all the way to some of the
6,
dark blends. And there's actually, I want to give Schnebley a plug. They're doing Christmas in July right now. So if you check out Schnebley's Winery, you can find them on Facebook. Buy 4 bottles, get 2 free. And they're in Walmart, they're in local vendor stores, but if you go directly to their site, it's buy 4, get 2 free. And yeah, Renee, he said, what did he say, Friday? 5 acres he'd like to donate
5 acres
to your vendor event.
and it's
5 acres.
5
Saturday
acres.
morning shop.
And here's the video if you can see it.
and it's
Oh my
ama-
God, how awesome is that?
Isn't that beautiful?
And what he does
It's
right now,
beautiful.
this is the area. He has a place where cars go in and they watch movies like a drive-in in their car. and you sit there and you watch these movies or singers or acts that are coming in from all over the world. And you can enjoy food because he has a restaurant.
uh-huh.
He has a restaurant. He has a big place. And he said to me, Freddie, will 5 acres work for Renee? I said, 5
Oh my
acres?
God.
I said, 5 acres. He says, yes, I want at least 1,000 vendors to participate in this thing because from what you're telling me, everybody should be
Wait a
part of
minute,
this.
1,000 vendors?
That's what he wants.
Gio,
There's
have you not
1,000
warned
vendors.
Renee about your father?
I have not.
How
This is gonna be a week-long event now.
Well, what
He,
he,
says
wants,
there's hotels nearby also,
There's a nice
so
little indoor
we can,
place right
it's like a
there.
B&B opportunity.
It's
exactly.
going to have to be a multi-day excursion, shopping excursion.
Well, he doesn't have a
a good
problem with
idea.
that because what he wants to do is instead of putting people from all over the planet show on his property with the cars, he wants us to bring in our singers. Now, we introduced him to one singer, Nicole,
Okay.
and he has a gig for her. He has 5 dates for her. But because Nicole has been so busy with her new business, she hasn't had a chance to do this. So I said to him, I'll tell you what, I will bring you 5 other singers. And he went crazy. He says, I'm all in. I'm all in. So Ion
Channel.
On Channel, which is Jack, wants to get involved to put it in 13 different states as well. So everybody's jumping on this thing. I don't know logistically how we're gonna do it, but that's why
Are you
that guy.
serious?
That's why that guy in the orange shirt. You see him? You see that little bead of sweat coming down his side because we got to make it happen.
We've learned how to airbrush that out of video, Gio. Now it's good.
Wait a
He-
minute. He talked to
true.
me for 2 hours today and has not told me a thing about this.
Oh, he don't know. Oh, you think
Right.
I'm gonna tell him? No.
Oh my God.
He doesn't know anything about this. And it's funny because I told Dawn, I says, should we tell Gio? She said, nah, let's surprise him.
But Peter is
Well,
such
you
a great
definitely
guy. They've got
surprised
great
me.
events. And Schnebley's, he is so excited to have people there. And what's really nice about Homestead in South Florida, it's so family oriented. And the socioeconomic area of where Schnebley's is, they're going to love what you do, Renee, because it enables everyone to get out to affordable fun, for affordable vendors, and for those small businesses that have been impacted so much by COVID right now down in Homestead, South Miami, to actually have an opportunity to share and sell what they're doing and afford to do it. So this is what's so great about the community. It's a perfect location for this community to come out. And, you know, Miami is
That's
like this
awesome.
greatest melting pot ever.
That's
I'm
right.
just still stuck on 1,000 vendors.
That's what we
and he
want.
wants to give the opportunity to the Saturday morning shop.
He
You
wants it-
guys don't know.
Well, listen,
I'm shocked.
if we're gonna do this, we want to go big. Now, Jack said to me, now I don't know because we just met Jack, but Jack said to me, you know, that we do have stadiums on this side. We do have the Miami Stadium on this side. And wouldn't it be nice
my-
to be able to include them
The parking
in this
lot.
venue?
Sure.
Now, there's a company called the Hard Rock right now that has the territorial name rights to that stadium. And we have a
Yes.
friend of ours from the Hard Rock coming on Friday. So I
Oh,
haven't
my
pitched
goodness.
her yet. But I would love to be able to. I wouldn't mind doing it in the Hard Rock's parking lot where they're building
Wouldn't that
the
be
outdoor
amazing?
stadium. Yeah. It most surely will be.
And here's the other thing, Renee, that this is not your full-time job.
No, but I mean, in
Not
13
yet.
other areas, I'm thinking it's going to be my full-time job very, very soon.
Gio, that's what I'm thinking too. Because
be
you
my
both do
full-time
other
job,
things
too.
on the side.
Yes, and I don't know if that'll be a possibility if Mr. Freddie has his way.
Oh, no. We're going to do this because I was told by Mr. Executive Producer over here that we have to make this not only big, but bigger. So I'm working on a situation in Fort Lauderdale. But the one in Fort Lauderdale, which is huge, is a little bit more complicated. I'm sort of going to need your expertise. There's insurance factors and everything else that go into this thing. So with Jeanette Lees, it's a whole lot easier for us because he owns the property, and he's going to tell us. Exactly. He's going to tell us what he wants, what he doesn't want. But I sweetened the deal because he's looking to do concerts from his arena, his property, and shoot that outwards. So we're going in the opposite direction. But can you imagine? You have 1,000 vendors spread out on 5 acres of land. 5 acres.
That is awesome.
It's a lot of interviewing for us, Freddie.
It's a whole lot of
thing.
Oh my God.
Gio, it takes the brain bowl to a whole nother
I
level.
want Renee's face on a bottle of wine. That's
Oh,
what
he'll do it.
Oh,
Oh
he'll
my
do it.
God.
He white
Saturday
label.
morning shop wine.
I would pass out. Oh.
Now, I'm going to tell you, Renee, there are 30 other acres of wine property that he rents out to other people that do wines and foods and fruits and everything else. So this just doesn't begin and end with the wines. There's all sorts of other goodies that are going to come with this as well. And I took this idea because I think that you hold the secret to true networking. And when you come to the radio station, you're going to see that we redid everything here for networking. We do it at the theater for networking. It wasn't until this little surprise that showed up on us that is slowing us down to do that. But when we get our stuff back together, we are going to be doing these venues all over Florida, is my goal. Because if you're going to go big, you got to get bigger, and then you got to get a little bit bigger than that. But you are an inspiration. I just want you to understand that we on this side have been working to get this done, Renee. We haven't forgotten. It's not like the party stopped. It has not. We've been working very diligently, but we wanted to make sure that this thing worked correctly.
And there's so many layers to it because you look at the networking side of it, but then you look at the business side of it and how amazing this is. What an opportunity for these small businesses to get out and be able to sell, whereas maybe they've had to close their shops. Maybe they had to reduce their overhead, but yet they still have items to sell or change of occupation, and they're now having the opportunity to take that side hustle that they had and make this a business, but they don't know how to get the idea out there. And all of this, and Gio, you do the social media for all of this. Does this
Gio
help?
does everything. He's
Gio
been
does
in
everything.
on every single thing with me. So he knows what I go through to even get entry-level vendors to sign up. Sometimes that's a 30-minute to an hour phone call.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Well, we want to introduce vendors because part of being a vendor is you gotta be able to sell your product in the public domain. You got to be able to go on TV and radio, and you got to be able to say, listen, this is the way it's done, and you handle it professionally. We have a new show starting on Friday, right, with Doc.
Oh, wow.
And she came on and she did her elements today. And her, me, and Dawn, and the producers in the studio were talking about how to deliver with words.
It all starts with you is the name of her show.
Right.
And it's really a platform for women that are going from the ordinary to the extraordinary, and a platform to truly believe in yourself and what you do. Now, what's interesting with her is we talked about ROI, and you and I spoke with her about this 4 years ago. And ROI for everyone is different. And that's what's so unique about this opportunity you have, Renee, also, is your ROI may be starting a business, and it may be empowering a woman or a teenager or someone to start up their business to make money, or it may just be, you know what, I'm getting out of my comfort zone. So the ROI is you can do it because you make it affordable, and then you make it fun. And if you're a parent, you've got your kids at home, you can bring your kids to the event, and that's acceptable too. So it brings everything together, and then of course the networking on business.
And she discovered that ROI isn't money, it's relationships. It's being able to put a networking party together, and Renee, this is what you're doing, and then the money will flow. Because when people start interacting, everything begins to flow. So she was excited. And this all attributes to what you and Gio are working on to make this bigger, better, and more beautiful. We just want to make it so loud that it's going to make people deaf. See, my son told me, you got to do your thing. I said, you ain't seen my thing yet. But my thing is coming. Now, what time is it?
7:37.
All right, we got a little bit of time because after the break, I have another little surprise for you. Because
Wait
there's
a minute.
There's another party in here who wants to participate in this as well.
Wow.
And this particular secret has long tentacles all over Florida. And I
Oh my
got the
God.
word from Jody that she wants to get involved. So we are going to highlight. Now you got to remember, woman empowerment is a very strong medicine right now if you use it correctly. And this is
I
why,
agree.
Renee, what you're doing right now is timely, it's important, and it's necessary. And there's a lot of people that are going to be watching this and are joining the cause, just like Doc is on Friday.
But I want to ask Renee, before we go to commercial break, when you started doing this to where you are now, what have you learned about this side of the business?
What I've learned is there's a need, there's a hunger. People want to have the flexibility to walk out from their job and walk into their passion. However, no one gives that beginning person the platform. You shouldn't have to spend $1,500 to have this set up to make $70. Well, I want you to use $70 to set up and make $1,500.
You're giving everybody a chance. Did you anticipate this type of response when you first started this?
Not at all. Gio will tell you. He was there from the first day I came up with the idea. I only wanted 20 or 30 vendors and just to make a powerful impact for those. My very first event had 64. My second one had over 90. My third one, 150. And now at weight going forward.
Gio, let me ask you, what do you attribute the success of this Saturday morning shop to?
Honestly, Renee has just put a ton of time and energy in building that network, in spreading the word, and not just trying to grow people's business, but educate them on what works and what doesn't work, and giving back to the community in ways that's more than just the event. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain without going too far behind the curtain, but she builds a very personal relationship with every single one of her vendors. They'll call her up just to say, "What's up, Renee?" And she gives them that kind of time. And it's actually really, I'm sure, tiring. But just watching the growth of the vendors, especially the younger ones, the ones that keep coming back, the ones that have said, you know, I was able to pay my car payment because of one day at this event.
Wow.
That's the most rewarding thing, and that's honestly the growth is because it works. Vendors are bringing in their vendors, their supplies, their friends, because it works and because this event has the impact that people need right now coming out of this pandemic. The timing is fantastic. The event is a solid event for everyone of every age, of every race. It's just great all around.
You're making a difference in people's lives. More than you ever anticipated, Renee?
We never anticipated this. Gio will tell you, we're going nonstop. Like every event, I go talk to every single vendor.
Wow.
And that's a long day for me. I'm out there meeting the police at 6 a.m. I can't leave until I know the lot clean, which is around 6 p.m. So he'll tell you, we put in a very long day and we talk to every single vendor. Renee, do we need a tent? Renee, is this good to sell? Renee, what do you think about this? Every vendor.
And then you see the differences you're making in people's lives. And Gio, that you said that they're actually paying their rent or their car payment or food for their children because they lost their job. And this is you just gave me, like, I call them the angel bumps. This is making a difference. And this is what community is all about. Wow.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Also, I want to add, Gio created a chat function on our website.
Wow.
So if you have a quick question, you can reach out and one of us will answer it.
And what's the website, Gio?
Satmorningshop.com.
satmorningshop.com. Maybe our producer can put it on the lower third. We're going to take a commercial break and let him have time to load that up. Stay tuned. More with Sat Morning Shop, Saturday Morning Shop. Save the date. It's this Friday over at Tropicana Park. And we will be right back.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
When your property suffers from water, mold, fire, or biohazard, you need a professional remediation company that is fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Rescue Clean 911 offer 24/7 emergency service with 1-hour response times now in your area. Water, mold, fire, biohazard. Call now 1-833-253-2699.
Handling the hard jobs with a soft touch.
Looking for a cool, laid-back space with great people and even better drinks? You can't lose. The Artful Dodger, Boca Raton's hidden gem. A good, old-fashioned local bar is hard to come by, but not anymore. The Artful Dodger is a fun, casual place to sit back and relax. Located at 495 Northeast 20th Street in Boca Raton, you'll find your new favorite bar. The Artful Dodger. We'll see you there.
You are listening to Tell Us Your Business, where our invited guests share all the knowledge of their business and how important it is what they do in our community. If you want to be part of the conversation, call into the show at 888-565-1470 and tell us what's on your mind. Now, back to Tell Us Your Business.
Miami, we on our way.
She's on her way, and we are back.
She's on her way.
We are back with the Brooklyn Cafe Show After Hours. Tell us your biz. I put the link in the chat on our Facebook stream that you can find it on AMP2 TV Productions. It's satmorningshop.com, SHOPPE. And we're working on putting that up on the screen also.
I don't know where it's going to end up, but okay.
So, Gia, what kind of chat do you have set up on the website?
So the biggest question people have is, how do I pay for this? How much does it cost? Where are you located? Fairly repetitive questions. We have a frequently asked questions. We have all the information. But a lot of times people just, they get excited. They come to the website and there's a chat function, right? And so we've built some help into that. Part of this is scaling and growing because Renee and I are just two people. So the chat kind of directs you a little bit as like, hey, if you want to know how to become a vendor, here's the page, here's the cost. And if you have some other weird question like, oh, you paid for the wrong event or something, you can actually just go into a little chat, say, hey, here's my order number. I meant to pay for the 14th instead of the 7th. Can I switch it? And the answer is, of course you can. And we take care of it right in the chat. It takes like maybe 5 minutes. It's way quicker than an email or a phone call. It's actually worked out really well for us. So,
And how much is it
nice
for a
trying out.
vendor?
So that depends on the location, because we're in St. Pete as well as Tampa, in 2 different locations. And then it also depends on the type of vendor you have. So it can range from $50, or if you're a food vendor, up to, what is it, $140, Renee?
125.
125. Yeah.
Where is the other event? You've got Tampa and St. Pete. What are your 2 locations?
We have Tampa, which is our very first one. It's August 14th, and we're doing it at the Black Historical Park, which is the Perry Harvey Park. And the reason we're doing St. Pete and Tampa is because I want St. Pete products being sold in Tampa and Tampa products being sold in St. Pete. You can't have a brand if you're limited to just your area code or your zip code.
True.
So once we add Miami, I want those same vendors to migrate all over the place. So you become a nomad who's selling your products. Why not?
That's the best way to do it, is face-to-face networking.
It
It's
is.
like the door-to-door salesman. Didn't you used to sell Kirby vacuums door-to-door?
Yes, I did.
Well, now you can sell, not you, but people, the vendors can go from location to location. Now, will you be having package deals for something like this?
That's on the radar for us, but not as of yet. Once we finalize what we're doing and where we're headed with the growth, I will work on it, because I do have people reaching out to me, Renee, how do I pay for the rest of the year? And all that good stuff.
I can see being in multiple parts of Florida or beyond, to carry the message of your product. Now, I'm talking to Jody on the phone here, because Jody is the general manager here at WNN, and it is the only talk radio in Boca, and she likes the idea of what you're doing, so they want to carry the whole deal and put it on the radio. Now, this event is probably going to be a more than 1 day event, because what they want to do here is
Yes.
big. So they're going to take an hour of maybe the second part of the event, where they're going to have some kind of drawing or something. Now, there are a lot of Beasley stations, and Gio will tell you there's some in Tampa, there's some here, there's some in Orlando, there's some in Boston, North Carolina, different places that want to carry it, because they want you to open up these shops to give people in the business world an opportunity to do exactly what you're doing in Tampa. And that
Imagine
makes
taking
sense.
this around the U.S., Renee.
Mr. Freddie is such a pusher. So
We're going to
I
have to
had better
clone you.
get ready. I had better get ready, because he's not stopping. 5 acres, I'm still stuck there.
Oh, no. Acres, it has wine, delicious wine. It has a restaurant.
Restaurant.
It has a theater that holds movies. We're going to put in some entertainment. Not only that, but I have a gentleman that I spoke to today that leases out and does business with RVs.
Wow.
So I'm thinking, can you imagine
That's
the Saturday
scary.
Shop RV?
Once he says he's thinking, Gio, that's when we get scared.
That's good. We're in trouble.
And the other thing is, when I actually hear the phone calls take place, that's even scarier, because he's bringing this to fruition. This is not just a dream anymore, Renee. I hear the phone calls going off. The RV people, the call with Peter Schnebley, all of it. I know Jody wants in. And because we did the Brain Bowl a couple months ago outside in the middle of the Everglades and no internet, Gio has a way of getting us on the internet
He did it.
that
It was
nobody
his
else knows
fault,
how to
Renee.
do.
It's,
He did it. It wasn't me.
Listen.
He did it.
There's no Renee or Saturday Morning Shop without Gio.
It's very
Well, I got to
sweet.
tell you something. I want to have shirts made on site. I want to have stuff done. Yes, don't hold it up, because I swear to God, I'm going to go mug you. I want to be able to have this stuff with umbrellas, and I want to have things done on site, because I think that when you
Saturday
have...
Morning Shop.
That's right. If you have a captive audience and we can still pump it in and have it done in a shop and then bring it in, or do it even on site, I think you got a winner. Because nothing's going to slow you down. This is like a runaway train.
We did an interview today, and she's a quilting craft shop, and we were talking that there are no more craft fairs that there used to be. Everything is either so corporate, and corporate charges so much to get into these big locations that there's no more small craft fairs. We used to just sell maybe needlepoint or quilting, things like that. And then she heard about you, and she says, when are we doing this here? Because I want in. Because she's so into it, because everything that she's doing, she does needlepoint, she does quilting, she's got fabrics. You name the craft, she does it, and there's no place to share it. And now with COVID, people aren't coming out into the store, but an outside vendor fair that's affordable.
They would attend it.
She
Yes,
says,
they will
I
attend.
want in.
So she's coming Thursday.
So we're doing another interview with her Thursday, yeah.
She wants to
Oh
do
my
a show
goodness.
Thursday.
I'm in awe. I can't speak.
Well, we are going to
why?
try to get some, because Renee, you're a woman-owned business, and we believe that women-owned business can do magic. So some of the people, Dawn's been talking to some people about putting together an empowerment segment, and we have a number of people. We got singers, we got artists, we got psychiatrists, we got sociology. We got a whole bunch of people that are going to come to the forefront because they want to meet somebody who inspires what you inspire. No matter what anybody tells you at this junction of your life, you are going to be touching lives. And I try to teach my son this because you never know what can happen when you put it out there.
And you're right.
No,
Gio, I
can
will
see
say,
this.
so he's been there. He's been with me. He's been on the side of me. And no one can tell me no. He will tell you that. No one can tell me no. I don't take no. And I think he has incorporated that because now no one can tell him no.
But I have to tell
I can
you,
see this being a 12-hour event, or a multi-day event where we got the shop in the morning to a concert in the afternoon. The food trucks will be out there. This is going to be huge.
you know what I love,
It
Renee?
has to be an extravaganza.
And Gio,
It
it's
has
your
to be
fresh
navigated.
I love your fresh perspective on what you're doing, because you can turn on some of the mass media, and you're going to get, other than the Olympics, you're going to get some stuff that maybe people don't want, right? You turn things on, you get negative news. You get that the moratorium, the evictions are starting. You get school is back, and everyone's fighting on whether your kids are wearing masks. You don't hear good news, but your perspective on helping people and helping families and getting people back into business and paying for their cars and paying for food and actually taking control of their own lives is so incredible. And I have to thank you for that, because we all get lost in the noise of the media, and we're in the media. And what you guys do, you bring it back to life, and you bring it back to why we do what we do. And this is why
I
we
will tell
do
you,
what we do.
if you get a call and a vendor tells you, Renee, I made 3,000. Renee, I made 2,100. Renee, I made 1,500. It inspires you to keep going.
And then you share it. And that's how, they want to say, that's how love grows, and that's how community grows, and that's how support grows.
Yes.
And you put it out in the universe, and you just give people hope. And that is exactly what we all, 100-degree weather or not, we all need some hope right now, and to take care of our families, because at the end of the day, that's what's important.
And I tell you what, let's take it to another level. You know vendors that did very well in the last event or the upcoming event. I want you to give me 10 names, and I want them to come in either in person or the way you guys are doing it tonight, and to let us know, good, bad, or indifferent. It doesn't make a difference whether they made money, didn't make money. I want to learn the inside of what's going on in their heads, what they would change, and I want to give them 3 or 4 minutes of glory. We'll put them on a show, put them on the radio, let people know that that vendor's out there. Whether he needs help or not, or she needs help or not, is not the point. Just to let them know that we got Renee's back, and let's see what we can
Well,
put
maybe
out
we
there
can
to
do a
happen.
drawing.
We could do a drawing or just put them on. I would like the first 10 vendors, Renee, that you can think of, and let's put them on here, and let's talk to them. And let's get people excited about doing this. Why not? Why not?
We definitely can. Trust me. I'd love to. I mean, I can tell you right now, I have my cell phone, so I'm doing a live stream on my Facebook while I'm on with you guys, And I got about 15 vendors on here right now.
Beautiful. Tell them we all want all of them. We want everybody. And Gio, I thank you for sending me the spinner. Now I would like you to put a voiceover on it because I would like to play it tomorrow at 12:20 on the Brooklyn Cafe show, please. Thank you very much.
We will.
I know.
just didn't have any time. We got that kind of late today.
I know,
so
but you
I'm actually
you got a
working on
microphone
that.
Hey,
there.
hey,
You can put that on
watch
there.
it. Don't throw me under the bus.
No,
What's
no,
wrong with
it's
you?
okay. Listen,
I don't know what happened. We got it a little late. That's all.
it doesn't matter. Just give me a voice or a little music behind it, and we'll put it together if you can. And let's just use it tomorrow because I want the traction on this thing. I want to go to Tampa this weekend to see you guys in action, and then I want to push it out and let people know that that extravaganza that they got over there is coming here to get on the train. And Jody's watching tonight because Jody and WNN are going to be a big part of this. We're trying to do networking parties all over the place. We want people to join. We have a lot of ideas for the Boca Basso and things that we talked about, but this is even bigger because this involves everybody.
Everybody.
And there ain't no business too small, too large. Everybody can come. I mean, think about how big. Schlepley giving us 5 acres. My goodness gracious. I know what 5 acres looks like. You have no
I don't
idea.
even have an idea.
1,000 would leave room. 1,000 vendors. There'll be
Renee,
still
now
room.
he's on a roll. We might be here all night.
I mean, just the idea of Saturday morning shop bringing 1,000 vendors to a 5-acre property, which is a winery. I mean, how often does that happen?
Not often enough.
Exactly.
Every first Saturday starting in October.
All right, so this event is every first Saturday, and this is in St. Petersburg at Tropicana Park.
It's at Tropicana Field every first Saturday. In Tampa, every second Saturday.
Perfect.
So the winery event would have to be every third Saturday, or however we figure it out.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Maybe a number of Saturdays.
We'll figure it out.
All right, we gotta
Renee
go
and
for-
Gio, thank you so much.
Thank you guys. You
Check
guys
it
were
out.
great.
satmorningshop.com, or you can find them on Facebook, SHOPPE. Have a great night, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
This has been Tell Us Your Business, where a special guest comes on every week and tells us what they do. All shows can be seen on amp2.tv, and if you wish to be a guest, call 866-224-5422 and tell us about your business. That's 866-224-5422. This has been an amp2.tv production.